He who understands the principle of vibration has grasped the scepter of power, the Kybalion. The principle of vibration is the third principle of 7, and the power contained within this particular principle enables us to become master manifestors simply because we learn to master ourselves in the process. My name's Jasmine and welcome to the 7 Hermetic Principles series. Check out the description below to see links to the other episodes. The principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. So the first thing that we want to understand with this principle is that motion manifests in everything in this universe, whether it's from the smallest of atoms to the most ginormous solar systems. For example, atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons that are always revolving around its nucleus at the center. The whole process looks very similar to the motion of the planets revolving around the sun. The kinetic theory of matter explains that all molecules are in constant motion, which, if you recall from science lessons, means that the solid objects around you in fact vibrate, even if they appear solid and still. Our eyes are finely tuned to perceive only that which they are in vibrational resonance with. For example, considering the electromagnetic spectrum, it is only the range of frequencies that enables some things to be visible to the human eye and others not. Certain frequencies allow us to talk on the phone and connect to the internet, yet we are unable to see them. Though science has proven the vibrational sea around us, it has not evolved enough yet to discover how this applies to other planes of existence. The Kybalion explains 3 great planes of existence: the physical plane, the mental plane, and the spiritual plane. Now, the vibrational world that science speaks of actually applies to all 3 planes of existence, according to the Kybalion. From the all, which is pure spirit, down to the grossest form of matter, all is in vibration, the Kybalion. So these 3 planes are one and the same. They all exist within the all, or God. The only thing that differs between them are just an infinite amount of vibrational frequencies, with the fastest vibrations being at the top and the slowest vibrational frequencies being at the bottom. As the Kybalion states, the higher the vibration, the higher the position in the scale. So the spiritual planes, they vibrate at such an intensity that they cannot be seen by the human eye, simply because they are out of range of our frequency, basically. Much like a dog whistle. The dog has highly sensitive ears and hearing, so the dog can hear the dog whistle, but we are not able to hear it. But it doesn't mean that it's not still there. So in theory, if we were able to willingly tune into a frequency, much like tuning into the frequency of a radio station, then we could exist in higher positions on the spectrum. And this is extremely important when considering how we actually work with this principle and what we'll be discussing in this video. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. Now, with vibrational frequency, like attracts like, just as metal is attracted to a magnet. So vibrational frequencies will attract that of a similar frequency because they are in resonance with one another. Now, since everything in the totality of existence is just simply energy in motion, the same goes for our thoughts and our emotions. They just simply vibrate at a higher frequency than matter, so we are unable to see them. Now, if we think a negative thought, that is then a vibrational match to another negative thought. Hence why we get ourselves caught in these spirals of negative thinking quite quickly sometimes. And if we are harboring these negative thoughts in the mind space, then what we're doing is we are actually transmitting lower vibrational frequencies out into the world, and these thoughts will then be returned to us in the form of our outer experience. And the same goes for emotions. Like if you harbor a happy emotion, then your outer experience will actually reflect this. Personal vibrational frequency. So people also vibrate at particular frequencies, and our energy and vibrational frequency varies each day. We can often see our life unfolding according to our mood on any particular day. Things run smoothly when we are feeling good, and things seem to go wrong when we are feeling bad. Now, what's key here is that everyone has their own particular vibrational set point, so to speak. So there is a range of frequency that we are unlikely to go outside of. This vibrational set point is based on our habitual ways of thinking, feeling, and acting in the world. Our vibrational set point is so incredibly important because it will be mirrored back to us, ultimately shaping the quality of our human experience in every way. So in order to really work with this principle, we can change our personal vibration so that we can then tune into things that are of a higher vibrational frequency. So, as seen within quantum physics, energy is never destroyed or created, it simply changes vibration. Change is the only constant, Heraclitus. Now, in order to raise our vibrational set point, we must turn our attention to what is creating it in the first place, our thinking, feeling, and acting. How can we apply this principle? Awareness of the vibrational frequencies that we are creating internally will bring about real change simply because we manifest outwardly based on our internal landscape, as per the law of correspondence. So much of our thoughts and emotions are on a subconscious level, the part of us that we are unaware of. So in order to really raise our vibrational set point and truly work with this principle, then we must bridge the conscious and the subconscious by becoming deeply aware of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions. Becoming aware of thoughts. So since thoughts are vibrational frequencies, and we have about on average 60,000 of them a day. Each of them could be interpreted as little tiny entities in and of themselves that play a huge impact in creating our experience here. What we want to do is we want to really gain mastery over these thoughts. And then we'll be able to better master our vibrational frequency. So-called negative thoughts hold a low vibration that then attracts further negative thoughts, having the potential of spiraling out of control, with what Eastern mystics usually refer to as the monkey mind. Much of our thinking is totally unknown to us, and we glide through our days submerged within a thinking world. When we are unaware of our thoughts, we blindly follow them, and we possess little power to change them into positive ones. In order to become increasingly aware of one's thoughts, we must choose to cultivate another consciousness within us. Eastern philosophy calls this witness consciousness. So human beings actually have this unique ability to be able to observe the thinking mind, to observe the thoughts from this neutral, silent perspective. Now, eventually, if we actually practice cultivating the witness within us, we live more from witness consciousness. And this is a place of great awareness and clarity of what thoughts we are actually thinking. And when doing this, we actually become less of a slave to the unconscious mind and increase our power. And we actually possess this ability to detach from the thoughts and see them more as just simply vibrational frequencies that are temporarily inhabiting the mind space, which is what they are. So though we may not be able to control what thoughts just arise and just appear within our mind, what we can actually control is our a bit like how much we want to actually believe these thoughts. We can choose whether or not we want to drop the thoughts from our mind space and not continue on this endless thought stream, feeding it with more and more similar thoughts. We actually gain our power. We also become increasingly more aware of thoughts rooted in judgment, self-deprecation, or catastrophization. We also become more aware of negative beliefs that are shaping our experience in drastic ways. Through the light and clarity of our awareness, we are able to counteract a so-called negative thought with a positive one. For instance, take the word stress. Now, feel the vibrational frequency of this word, stress. Feel it in your body. And then now replace that word with relax. And you may already feel this kind of subtle influence that these words have on your vibrational frequency. So if we have a negative thought, we realize we have a negative thought, and then we counteract that negative thought with a positive one, then we're already uplifting our vibration, and we see the power of positive thinking just in our vibrational frequency immediately, let alone the long-term effects of this. Be aware of your emotions and feelings. So emotion is simply energy in motion, and it too holds a vibrational frequency according to its position on the scale. So the emotions that feel good have a higher vibrational frequency than the emotions that feel bad. Now, many seem to move through their daily experience greatly unaware of their emotional world, yet the emotions that they experience have such a huge impact on their outer experience. Witness consciousness also enables us to recognize our emotions that we may otherwise have been completely unaware of, and recognize these emotions as they arrive, giving us more control, making us less reactive, and importantly, being able to actually disidentify from these emotions rather than being submerged within them. So seeing also emotions as vibrational frequencies that are again just energy in motion temporarily inhabiting our body, and that will be, eventually they will move through us. So we can also through this awareness stop actually fueling these emotions with negative thinking if desirable. Now, importantly, what we can do with recognizing these emotions is to actually locate the sensation of the emotion within our body. Where is it? How does it feel? And actually pay it this attention and this awareness and feel it, to actually let it move through our energetic structure, to release it. Because trauma is energy, it's trapped energy that actually gets lodged within our energetic structure and repeats on us for years to come. So if this old emotional energy begins to rise up simply by gracing it with our awareness, we're able to allow it, that energy, that stuck, trapped vibrational frequency, to move out of our energetic structure. We could have been harboring that for many years. That in turn would have been decreasing our vibrational frequency over time. So through actually releasing these trapped emotions, then we can inevitably raise our overall vibrational frequency, simply because we no longer harbor these vibrational frequencies that over time are actually bringing our vibrational frequency down and keeping it at a lower level. David Hawkins conducted extensive research into emotions as energy. He devised a scale that rates the energy level of basic human emotions with a range of 1 to 1,000, with emotions such as shame being calibrated at 20, fear 100, anger 150, whereas emotions such as courage at 200, joy 450, and peace 600, and so on. He explains that the individual may be predominantly stable in one particular area at that time. Through working with this principle and proactively raising our vibration, we will naturally move up the scale, ultimately attracting people and experiences of the same frequency. Action. We also need to take action in our life to really create these results, drawing on our will and our masculine energy to really move forward. So in order to actually, draw upon our innate qualities and abilities to really cultivate the witness and engage in practices that will help us to do that. So we also might deliberately choose to take action, to engage in activities that bring us more joy, awareness, peace of mind, activities such as yoga, meditation, eating healthily, high vibrational foods, journaling, and just generally being around uplifting people. So we want to take action to really engage in practical healing work as well, to heal trauma and discover our heartfelt values, choosing to move in the direction of them in life. So, yet again, with these principles, we are alerted to the necessity of really mastering our thoughts, emotions, and actions. And what's so incredible about the law of vibration really is that it opens us up to a whole other perception, a whole other world that we cannot actually see, but can still be tapped into nonetheless. There is great power in this knowledge that everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. I mean, there's power to change our entire perception of reality, power to master our experience, and power to manifest the life of our dreams. An understanding of this principle with the appropriate formulas enables Hermetic students to control their own mental vibrations as well as those of others, the Kybalion. So, remembering the first principle, the principle of mentalism and all is mind, then what we're doing is we really realize that this principle of vibration, what it enables us to do is to truly harness our power of the mind through actually willing into our reality, into our physical reality right now, anything that we may desire, anything that we choose, simply by either speeding up or slowing down the vibrational frequency, whether it's of ourselves, others, or of objects. And this really does truly draw on our innate power as creator beings existing within the mind of the all, within the mind of God. And that what it does is it really propels us into this supernatural world of magic. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the other episodes to come. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye bye bye.